six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, if you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake Business News Network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you invest in the stock market, take a moment for this important advice.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You've got to stop listening to the fake Business News Networks because they tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Phil Grande guides you step by step on investing.
You're going to know exactly what the tone of the market is. Do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I buy?
All you need to know is philsgang.com.
Check it out. philsgang.com, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
I think we can feel great about our economy.
can feel great about our economy. Are you kidding me?
Households are in very good financial shape.
Wait, where's she getting this from? This is unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's gang. They just don't tell the truth. They just don't tell the truth. You know, it was interesting. If you recall, it was on April 4th, we had that big pullback. Probably one of the worst days on the Dow in about 2 years on April 4th. And I said to everybody the next day when it started to rally, they came in the next day with, oh, there's going to be rate cuts. And they started to rally the market up on that same old crap, rate cuts. And I said that day, no way. However high this market goes today, they're going to give it all back. Here's what I said. This was April 5th. This was the 4th. We had that one big pullback. And then on the 5th is when they came in with we're going to cut rates, and that's when the market rallied. Here, listen to what I said. It's a typical relief rally. So the Fed officials, right, they're not saying anything concrete about rate cuts or not rate cuts. So these guys are so happy that the market was not down again today. They start buying, and you get the tourists coming in, they're buying the tech stocks. I mean, it's a joke. And it's going to give it all back by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And they did. It's all back. But this idea of continuation of, look, let's keep people thinking there's going to be a rate cut. And then if they think there's going to be a rate cut, then they think that earnings are going to go up. And if earnings are going to go up, that means stock prices are going to go up. So as long as we keep feeding them this rate cut, they'll buy into it. Well, it's not working. It's not working. And just to go back again to I just can't believe Yellen, what she's saying, how great households are doing too.
Households are in very good financial shape.
Are you kidding? Household debt is historic high at $17 trillion. We're having historic debt in credit card and bankruptcies and defaults. Credit card defaults are now at a record. Defaults on car loans are heading towards a record. What is she talking about? You can't feel good about an economy when the national debt from 2008 to 2024 is up 266%. How can you feel good about the economy? Or when Congress is spending 130% more than its tax revenue income. I certainly don't feel good knowing that in 2023, the government had a net loss. If it was a business, they'd have to file bankruptcy, but not Congress. They just print money, that's all. Oh, and they don't care. They print all the money they want. They could care less how much they destroy the value of money. They don't care. They don't care. Every 24 hours, the government must borrow at least $3 billion. Think about it. $3.8 billion every 24 hours. And remember, when we borrow from Japan and we borrow from China, interest rates keep going up. Because they know our debt, the ratio of our debt to GDP should be at 60. We're at 124. That identifies we can't pay our debt. Now, they know we have a printing machine so we can print money. So what does Japan do in China? They raise interest rates. Now, you would think Congress and this president would cut spending. Nah, forget it. Why cut spending? Because in their opinion, debt, don't worry about it. It's meaningless. It doesn't hurt. You can have debt and deficits. Don't worry about that. It doesn't hurt at all. It's unbelievable. But to say that the economy is doing well is insane. How can you feel good about the economy when job employment in 2023 was half of what it was in 2022? And 70% of all jobs are a combination of government and social service jobs. That's right. 8 million people. Think about this. When full-time jobs are down 1 million. That's right, we lost 1 million full-time jobs. And we replaced it with people holding 8 million are holding multiple jobs. So you get rid of your full-time jobs, they drop 1 million, then we have a record 8 million people holding multiple jobs. And then we have a 2-year decline in temp jobs. And manufacturing jobs, zero. But yet she keeps telling us how great, things are great. Especially jobs. I mean, unbelievable.
I was going to ask you what you made of this last jobs report.
Well, it just shows the U.S. is firing on all cylinders.
What the hell is she talking about? U.S. is firing on all cylinders? What is she driving for a car? But they lie. Inflation. I don't feel good about the economy when you have inflation. Trump, inflation was at 2% per year. In his 4 years, it increased 7%. Biden, his run rate right now, in his 4 years are almost up, is 17%. Because he was running inflation at 5% a year compared to Trump's 2%. Matter of fact, it wasn't even 2%. It's 1.98. I'm rounding it up. And how can you feel good with inflation where since 2021 to today, April 12th to today, gas is up 40%. Groceries still up 20%. Rent, which is the biggest one, 30%. Eggs, 49%. Beef, 29%. Here's the big one, deficits. Because deficits will kill you. Deficits. The worst thing in the world are deficits. Up 2.4 trillion. Every year we're running deficits and they're getting worse and worse. Unbelievable. In fact, we pay 20% more today, I'm talking about today, April 12th, for the same goods we purchased the day Biden took office in 2021. 20% more. Or an increase of $1,261 a month more. Or $15,000 a year more under Biden than Trump. But what is she saying? We should feel good about the economy. Economy's doing well. They have no problem in lying to us. The economy isn't doing well. When 20% of the family's income goes for food on the table, 20% of a family's income just for food. Our national debt, the annual interest, 2021 was $350 billion. It's up 114% since then. 114%. Deficits are up 340%. Debt and deficits have consequences, but they don't care. See, they think debt and deficits have no relevance. They think it puts no strain on the economy. Consequences of debt and deficits, inverted yield curve. Oh, and I get a kick out of that. Everybody says, oh, Phil, you're wrong about inverted yield curve. You've been saying that for 3 years. Well, I hate to give you some information. The inverted yield curve since 1978 has inverted 6 times. And every time we had a recession. It's just unbelievable what's going on. The market is now down 564 points.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone. Learn off of them, one-on-one. Now, that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars. But I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro. Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grande.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grande can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Well, I do stand by my prediction that before the year is out, there'll be a rate cut. This may delay it a month or so. I'm not sure of that.
I'm not questioning the Fed's going to cut rates. They're going to.
I think there will be rate cuts.
The Fed survey for December finding that cuts are indeed in the cards.
We think the Fed will end up cutting rates by over 200 basis points in 2024.
And I said this on February 13th. I'm so sick of hearing how great the labor market is, how strong it is, and we're going to cut rates 3 to 6 times. You can't cut rates 3 to 6 times. How can they cut rates when we have a money supply problem, for God's sakes? Can't cut rates. You see, the problem is they're always dishonest. They don't tell us. They don't tell the people. They don't tell investors the truth. They can't cut rates. They can't cut rates. Because if you cut rates, there's going to be more spending. More spending, more inflation. And then, what do? The Fed, right, prints money, goes to the banks, buys their mortgages, mortgage-backed securities, buys their treasuries, sold to fill the banks up with money. So they can go and take that money and give it to the CEOs, so the CEOs can buy their own shares. Remember, the average CEO makes about $30 million a year. That's about 42% of their package. $30 million, that's a bonus, about 42% of their package. They don't use that money for business investment to increase productivity, to increase wages. They don't use that. They don't do that. It's all for them to get their $30 million on average bonus. But again, going back to it, they don't tell you what's going on. You can't, when they take and print this money and they buy treasuries to drop interest rates down to stimulate youth spending, people need money. So they got to fill the banks up, as they say, with money. They print it, borrow it. But when they go to those banks and buy the treasuries and buy the mortgage-backed securities, they put them on their balance sheet. Their balance sheets is full. You know right now, if we enter a hell of a crash, everything, well, they'll do exactly what they did in 2008. They'll go back to QE. They can't. That's why they can't raise rates. I mean, that's why they can't cut rates. If they cut rates, we're going to have it's unbelievable. With the interest, with inflation going up the way, it's impossible to cut. They got to be raising rates. If they cut rates, they got a real problem. As I said, you cut rates, you're going to stimulate spending, and inflation is going to go nuts. Inflation is going to go nuts. Remember, when you get rates down to near zero, and let's say you have a bike shop and you have 100 bikes, because people have money in their pockets and they can go spend, they'll come and start buying all the bikes. There's 100 of them. All of a sudden, you only got 20 bikes left. So the guy that owns the bike store, I'm going to move the price from $100 up to $200 because the demand, because rates are so low, look at the demand I'm getting. So I'm going to raise rates. That's inflation. The Federal Reserve. Let me tell you about the Federal Reserve. They've been lying to us about the Federal Reserve since 2009. You know how the Federal Reserve, they say they got mandates? They have two mandates, they tell us, right? Remember? They have maximum employment and they keep prices stable. That is a bunch of BS. I'd like to say the real word, but it's a bunch of BS. Are you kidding me? Those mandates went out the window in 2009, but they didn't tell you. Maximum employment and keep price stable. That's our mandate. No, because Obama, when he took office in 2009, had Bernanke do away with those mandates. Now think about this. Since the New York Stock Exchange was established May 17, 1792, traders would establish the price of a stock. They go underneath a buttonwood tree, an actual buttonwood tree on a street called Wall Street. It had a wall. And they would discover a price of a stock by bidding back and forth against each other. They would bid it up. Then the guy would say, no, I'm going to, no. Yeah, oh, okay, that's it. So finally, there was a price to that stock. They discovered a price. That's called capitalism. That's capitalism. No government interference. Clean, pure capitalism. Not until Obama, a progressive, a closet socialist, became president in 2009, it all changed. Following that 2008 crash, he ordered Bernanke to replace price discovery, capitalism, with that term you hear all the time, that wonderful term, price accommodation. How many times have you heard, well, they're going to accommodate? They're going to accommodate investors. The Fed's going to accommodate Wall Street. They're going to accommodate. all that means, okay, is they have become a central authority. The Federal Reserve is called the plunger team. When you get rid of price discovery, when you and I no longer determine the price, capitalism is gone. When you then turn to price accommodation, that means a central authority sets the price. That's right. It's a centrally planned economic system where decisions are made. That's what a central authority is, a centrally planned economic system where decisions are made by central authority, i.e. plunger team, rather than by you and I participating in discovering the price of a stock. So that's when things really went bad. Once you take capitalism out of the stock market, and also we're not setting the price anymore. You have central authority setting the price, i.e. plunger team. So money is printed. And this is what they do. So they go, let's print all this money. And we'll buy bonds. And we'll purchase the bonds for the purpose of lowering rates. And then the participation, then they come up with, oh, gee, they're lowering rates. So guess what? Earnings are going to go up. Let's go buy those stocks. Unbelievable.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Phil Grande has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing is to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, our gang members, remember, we bought oil and we bought gold when nobody wanted it in February. So our gold and oil has done terrific. Depending where they got in, they have an average of 10 to 15% minimum, 15% profit. Now the dollar is rallying. The dollar keeps going up because of what's going on with the bond market, TLT. When the bond market is going down, TLT is going down, you're getting hit with your bonds. Remember, the dollar goes up because it follows the yield. The yield goes up, dollar goes up. So it hasn't hurt gold or oil. Today there's been some profit taking. Gold and oil is going to go much higher. So we told our members today, make sure you keep setting in your stops. And by the way, most people don't realize this. Retail customers, I always used to use 80%, meaning 80% of retail customers always lose money because they don't know what they're doing. One of the biggest mistakes, retail customers, they don't set stops. They don't set stops. And the other big thing with retail customers, they go in, they won't even build a position. They'll start with 500 shares and keep 500 shares. They don't manage their money. Remember, the stock market is you're managing the money. You have a little bit of money and you want to put it to work. You manage that money, you protect it. So as the market is what's growing your money, as that market's growing your money, make sure you're always selling into good days. When you have a good day in the market and you have a big rally in the market, you sell into it, take some profits, readjust your stops again. You keep selling into the good days. So then, when you get a good breakout in the market, that's when you really add a lot of shares on good breakouts, when you have relative strength, when the market is going down, but your stock hasn't gone down. And we've been watching that with oil and gold, and even with the banks. So we were in the banks, gold and oil, when they were not popular. I told everybody, my gang members, to start shorting the banks. I think that was April 5th. They should start taking all our profits and take profits and start shorting the banks. They're going to go down. They're going to get hit. Gold and oil will continue to go up. But again, protect yourself with stops and take profits. And as I say, I think gold and oil is going to go much higher, especially gold. I think gold is so undervalued. Nobody wanted it. It hasn't even caught up yet. Central banks are buying gold left and right because they know, the central banks knows what's coming. One of the biggest crashes ever. Bigger than 2008, bigger than 2029. And it's interesting. I just started, I've been in the radio, my radio show has been on the air for about 28 years, more than that. And they got me to go and do podcasts, go on Instagram and YouTube, and all right. I never realized how little people know about the market. So I would say something about the market. Well, you're losing money. You got to be losing money. You're losing money. What? They think because someone says the market is going to go down, that you're sitting there waiting for the market to go down. The comments were unbelievable. You've been wrong. You've been wrong for 2 years. You've been wrong for a year. Like I'm sitting, like my gang, I'm just sitting around whistling, waiting for the market to come down. No. The market's forward-looking. You never fight the Fed. And the Fed is crooked. The way they got this market to move up, Obama starting in 2009, get rid of capitalism. That's right, capitalism in the stock market. We've had capitalism in the stock market since 1792. That all stopped in 2009. Price discovery is capitalism. You and I decide the price of that stock. And then all of a sudden we start hearing the term Obama's in office now, and who put him in office? Wall Street. The big money put him in office, Wall Street. Matter of fact, do you remember when Obama became president? Before becoming president, when he was running for president, he was, I'm going to take care of Wall Street. I'm going to make sure Wall Street doesn't do this. I'm going to make sure Wall Street doesn't do that. We'll get even with Wall Street. Yeah, everybody's applauding him. He's going to get rid of Wall Street. Who does he hire? These same guys that killed, that overturned, that put in legislation to kill the Glass-Steagall Act. Larry Summers, guy by the name of Geithner, the guy from Citibank, Rubin. In fact, Rubin, with those three characters, made sure under Clinton that they would get rid of the Glass-Steagall Act. Because remember, the 1929 crash came because they were taking investors' money and using it, speculating with investors' money. Imagine that. So after the crash, 1930, they put in the Glass-Steagall Act, so no more could anybody do that. You can't take clients' money and go speculate. What, 54 years later? They got rid of the Glass-Steagall Act. So they could do that again. Then the funny part is, as I said, when he was campaigning Obama, he was campaigning saying how he's going to take care of Wall Street. Wall Street's no good. They're dangerous. And he hired the same guys. As a matter of fact, he hired Rubin to set up the White House. Can you imagine? The minute he walked into office, it was the biggest backstabbing in history. Then, once they got rid of that Glass-Steagall Act, hey, hands off, do what they want. But then what they did, again, is get rid of the mandate. Nobody cares about the mandates. The Federal Reserve mandate. We're going to stabilize prices. Really? Maximize employment. No, that's not what they do. When they got rid of price discovery, That's when you had to know what you're doing. Price discovery, a pure form of capitalism. No government interference. You and I bidding against each other. We'll decide what Walmart is worth. We'll decide what Google's worth. We'll bid against each other. Obama and that team of gangsters who got rid of Glass-Steagall, who he brought and put around him, decided, well, let's get rid of capitalism too. We got rid of the Glass-Steagall. Let's get rid of capitalism in the stock market. We'll call it price accommodation. All that means is we're going to accommodate Wall Street so they get rich as hell. Let's keep accommodating Wall Street. And think about that for a moment. Price accommodation. When you get rid of capitalism, all you have left is central planning. There's got to be a central planner. A centrally planned economic system was put in place where decisions are made by a central authority called the plunger team, which consists of the president, the Secretary of Treasury, the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, the SEC, I think I covered them all, and they get together and decide where they want to push this market. How many times have you seen the market go down 300-400 points, then the next morning opens up 65 points? Estimated opening, 65 points. You always see, like tomorrow morning or Monday morning, you'll see estimated opening, 35.65 to the good. You always see that, 35.65 to the good. That's price. That's your central authority right there. That's price accommodation.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grande of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grande.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. Welcome to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. Now, I've been long the stock market. My gang members have been long in the market in the S&P. We're never out of the S&P, by the way. That's what you learn if you join the gang. We're always in the S&P. We're either short, long, or neutral. Never out. We're always in. And I've been saying all along, the market is going to crash. But you don't fight the Fed. We know that they've been pumping the market up through QE, through printing money, keeping interest rates down to zero, keeping it low. Now they can't. The problem is, for 15 years, printing all this money, getting rates down to zero, creating stimulus where people are so stimulated they go out and buy and buy and buy, and their debt is going up. But also the government debt has gone up from $9 trillion to $34 trillion. And as long as they could monetize their debt, in other words, print money, buy treasuries, drop the interest rates down to zero, they only would have to pay zero interest on the national debt. They didn't care how much debt they created till they couldn't do it anymore. The debt is so high now, historic debt, but they can't cut interest rates because there's too much inflation. They can't cut interest rates. If they cut interest rates today and people went out spending, inflation would go up double. They know that. They can't do that. They really put themselves in a jam. And the other thing, too, they can't monetize their debt, meaning they can't set their interest rates anymore down to zero on their debt. So on the national debt, they're paying 5%, 5.3% interest. They're screwed. Why do you think gold is soaring? Don't let today's pullback, profit-taking gold discourage you. Gold is going to go much higher. The dollar is going up because the bond market's getting crushed. And remember, the bond market, the yields go, and the dollar go the opposite way of your bond market. If your bond market's going down, then interest rates are going up. The dollar's going up. And yes, it takes the wind out of some gold and the oil, but don't let that stop you. On your pullbacks, just say, for example, you bought gold. I'll just make up a price. You bought gold at $50. What we'll teach you when you come to us for 10 days don't cost you a thing. So now your $50 comes down to $40. When it gets back up to 50 again, and it goes just a little bit above 50, that's when you buy it. That's when you buy, when it makes a new high. Those are called power stocks. And we've been in gold, we've been in oil, we've been in the S&P. Why, all along I'm saying the market's going to crash. It's like people couldn't figure that out. Oh, you mean, well, if you're saying the market's going to crash, going to go down, you've been wrong. So how can you be making money? Oh, I see. I was supposed to just, myself and my thousands of gang members, we all sit around looking at each other. while the market's going up. Like I'm double-crossing somebody if I get into the market's going. You take advantage of it. But now the problem is you're not going to get a rate cut because, again, they can't get those interest rates down anymore. They can't go back to zero. It would be a disaster. Yes, if they went back to zero, spending would start again. So would inflation. Inflation is not, remember, 3.9%. If you go back, and we should do this, go back to the mechanism they used in 1982, which was fine. It was fine for over 100 years, and they changed it that one time because inflation was so high and the elections were coming up. They wanted to get rid of that inflation. So they one of the tricks they took was rent equivalence. I'm not going to go into it all, but the point is that we're at a point that when they go and take print money and they go to the banks to give the banks money, they have to buy their treasuries and mortgages. And when they get to give the banks money, then the bank takes the money and they go give it to the CEOs, and the CEOs go buy their own shares to push their stock price up without profits. Do you understand how the bubble is in this market? They've been doing that for 15 years. Not taking the money and buying new business equipment, no business investment. They got machinery and trucks that are 15 years old, not even replace it. IT, don't even replace that. And the CEOs have been making an average company, publicly traded company, a CEO makes $30 million a year extra on stock buybacks and about 42% of his total income. So there is no way getting around a crash. But they could put this crash off for years and years with QE. With QE, because remember what drives a stock. All they got to hear is rates are coming down. Any investor hears, oh, what, rates are coming down? Oh, that means earnings are going to go up. Oh, that means stocks are going to go up. Oh, get me in. And even when they don't cut rates, like they haven't been cutting rates, you know how long we've been at 5%? We've been at 5% since October, and the market's gone up since October. What, Willie? From October to where we are today, I think 20%. How's the market going up 20% at a 5% interest rate? What, 9 months? How the hell's it done that? Because all they keep hearing is, oh, we're going to accommodate Wall Street. We're going to accommodate Wall Street. We're going to cut rates, we promise you. Oh, we're going to do 7 or 6. Then the Fed comes up, whoa, we're going to at least do 3. So wait a minute. So we got the market telling us they're going to do 6. The Fed tells us they're going to do 3, and they can't do any. They can't do any. Because the debt is so high now. And there's no way to get the interest rates back down unless you want to go back to QE and zero. And you want to talk shorting, you better start shorting then. Can you imagine? I mean, can you just think about it? They go back to QE and go back to zero rates right now. Do you realize the spending that would go on? People would start buying cars again, houses again. Instead of a 7% mortgage, mortgages come down to 2-3%. You imagine how much spending would go on? The house buying would take off, the autos would take off. That's inflationary. Maybe they're that stupid. Maybe they don't care. The guys in Congress, maybe they don't care. Most of the guys in Congress are multimillionaires. What would they care about the poor guy sitting on the street making $60,000 a year, him and his wife, which 20% or more of their income goes to food? You think they care about them? You think they're paying $15,000 a year more for food and everything else? They don't care. Do you think they care that groceries are up 20%, eggs are up 49%, beef's up 20%? They don't care. They don't even go to these guys are so wealthy, they send somebody else to the supermarket. So the biggest problem is when they started with the QE, when Obama is the worst president ever. Worse than Jimmy Carter, worse than Biden, because he took out of our market capitalism. He took and got rid of the capitalism out of our stock market. Let's hope to God they don't get rid of, they're trying to get rid of capitalism out of our whole system, not just the stock market. So what you got to do, you can join our gang for 10 days. We'll show you how to read the bond market so you always know which way the stocks are going to go. The bond market will tell you, and our chart. We developed our own chart. It's called QE, not QE. Pro 2 chart. It's color-coded to tell you when money's going in, money's going out. And once you learn how to read the bond market and work with our charts at the same time, our color-coded buy and sell chart, you got a shot. You got a shot. But if you're sitting there listening to these people and you hear the word, oh, the Fed's going to be accommodative. Oh, that gets me. It goes right through me when I hear that. Fed's going to be accommodative. Oh, that goes right through me. People don't realize what they're saying. We're going to screw you. We are going to screw you good. That's what it means. So don't give up on your goal. That'd be the worst thing you could do. So again, gold comes back a little bit today, in the next couple of days. When it makes a new high, start again with it. And it will, believe me. Hey, see you on the chart. Join my gang. Free for 10 days. Get my stock.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.